In a city that never truly slept, there was a woman named Asha. She wasn't a queen or a warrior, but she had a gift, one that required no crown or sword. She was a taxi driver, and in the quiet hum of her engine, she carried more than just passengers. She carried their stories, their hopes, and sometimes their sorrows. The streets pulsed with life, neon lights flickering on rain-washed roads, voices drifting from roadside tea stalls, and the distant honk of impatient horns. Asha's taxi moved through it all, steady as ever. Behind the wheel sat a woman in her 30s, her face lined with years of experience, her heart soft with kindness. Not all heroes wear capes. Some drive through the night, unnoticed, uncelebrated. Asha's taxi wasn't just a vehicle, it was a haven, a place where lost souls found warmth and weary hearts found rest. And among her many small acts of kindness, there was one she never broke. She never charged the elderly, a silent rebellion against a world that often forgot its own. She glanced in the rearview mirror and saw an elderly woman on the curb struggling with a cane. Without hesitation, she pulled over and pushed open the door with a warm smile. Inside the taxi, the scent of jasmine lingered, a fragrance from the incense sticks Asha kept on the dashboard. The elderly woman, Mrs. Kapoor, settled into the back seat, her frail hands adjusting the folds of her sari. She offers a grateful smile. "Bless you, dear. Not many stop for old souls like me anymore." Asha shakes her head. A journey should never be measured in money, but in moments of kindness. Days turn into weeks. Asha finds herself looking forward to Mrs. Kapoor's journeys. They talk about the past, about love, about loss. In the quiet corners of the city, amidst nameless streets, a bond forms. For years, Asha had carried this belief, ferrying the forgotten without asking for a fare. To her, kindness was a currency richer than gold, but kindness, too, carried a weight, a silent burden she had long shouldered alone. She drove through the city unaware that this particular passenger would soon change her life forever. Days turned into weeks. Asha continued her nightly rides, weaving through the city's winding streets. But one evening, she stopped at the usual place where Mrs. Kapoor often waited. Tonight, the bench was empty. Asha frowned, unease creeping into her heart. A passerby noticed her searching gaze and stopped by her window. "Are you looking for Mrs. Kapoor?" "Yes, have you seen her?" "She passed away 2 nights ago. The heart gave up," they said, "but she left something for you. She spoke of you often." Asha's grip on the steering wheel tightened. A hollow silence filled the taxi. The weight of her loss settled deep within her chest. Asha was invited to Mrs. Kapoor's small apartment. As she stepped inside, the scent of old books and sandalwood greeted her. On a modest wooden table sat a neatly wrapped box. An elderly neighbor handed it over. "She said you would understand its worth more than anyone else." Asha carefully unwrapped the package, revealing an old, well-preserved notebook. The cover read, "The Roads We Travel, Stories of a Taxi Driver." Inside, pages upon pages were filled with Mrs. Kapoor's handwriting, chronicling the tales Asha had unknowingly woven into people's lives. Every soul she had helped, every kindness she had shown, immortalized in ink. And at the very end, a note. "Asha, you have been more than a driver. You have been a guide, a healer of weary hearts." This book belongs to the world now. Share these stories. Let them remind people that kindness is never lost. Tears slipped down Asha's face as she clutched the notebook to her chest. She had never sought recognition, yet here it was, a testament to her life's quiet, noble purpose. The city woke up to another day. Asha sat in her taxi, the notebook resting on the dashboard. She ran her fingers over the pages, a newfound resolve settling in her heart. Some journeys don't end with a destination, but with a new beginning. Asha had spent her life giving without expecting. Now, she would give in a different way. She picked up a pen and began writing in the notebook, adding new stories of the souls she met. Later that evening, she opened an online blog, The Roads We Travel. Her words soon spread, touching the hearts of many. Messages of gratitude poured in, strangers finding hope in the simple acts of kindness she had once believed went unnoticed. And in the silence of her taxi beneath the city lights, Asha smiled, knowing that Mrs. Kapoor's gift would continue to change lives just as her kindness always had. As night fell, Asha stopped at a familiar corner. She looked at the empty bench, a silent tribute to a woman who had seen her worth before she had seen it herself. With a deep breath, she turned back to the road, her heart lighter, her path clearer. The roads we travel are never just made of asphalt and stone, but of the lives we touch, the kindness we give, and the stories we leave behind. And as long as kindness exists, no journey is ever truly alone. The taxi drove off into the distance, the city lights reflecting in its windows, carrying Asha and her stories forward into the unknown. Please like, share, and subscribe to StoryVerse Chronicles for more captivating stories.